This video will cover UI theming in Godot. I'll be doing this in Maack's Godot game template, but what I'll cover here is applicable to any Godot project. You can find the plugin by searching for MAAA in the Godot asset library. There's a lot to the topic of theming, so in this video, I'm just going to cover what can be done with the StyleBoxFlat resource on a single UI element. Before starting, I'd recommend deciding on your color palette and base font. Using a sprite sheet for theming is also a great option, but we'll cover that in another video. Here's the color palette and font I'll be using, and here's what I expect to get out of it. At the project level, two properties we can leverage to change the theme are the project's default background color and the default theme file. However, we first need to create the theme file. With the project open, right-click in the File System Explorer and select New Resource. Then select the theme type and save it to a project folder. One theme file can hold all of our styling data, except for the project's default background color. The theme resource can be assigned to individual control nodes, but we'll assign it to the whole project. Now we are ready to go into Project Settings. Find the Renderer Environment settings, either by searching in the Settings filter or scrolling to it. Change the default clear color property to one in your color palette. This project's default background color should update in all the scenes. While the color picker is open, I'd recommend adding colors from your palette to the swatches. Next, navigate to GUI Theme, either by searching for theme in the settings filter or checking advanced settings and scrolling to it. Select the file browser for the custom property. Find the theme file you created earlier and open it. In the project settings, click Save and Restart. Now the changes made to this theme file will automatically apply across every scene of your project. If we select the theme in the File System Explorer, the theme editor should open up, usually in the bottom panel. Your node inspector should also show options for your theme, with 3 starting defaults. Click the default font dropdown and load your font file. You can also set a default font size and see these settings apply immediately. Now we'll start defining the types of UI elements we'd like to customize. We'll cover styling buttons, though labels, panels, scroll bars, and the progress bar are also very common to have customized. There are a lot of options, so developers need to choose how to invest their time. Click the addition symbol in the theme editor to explore the themable UI elements. In this window, select Button and click Add Type. With the Colors tab open, click the addition symbol next to the font colors you'll want to theme. Then change to the Style Boxes tab and click the addition symbol next to all of the options. These represent each state that the button can be in. Normal is the default state without user interaction. The disabled state is also what one would expect. The press state is for buttons being currently pressed by user interaction or toggled on. Hover gets triggered by a mouse cursor entering the element, while focus is triggered by keyboard or gamepad interactions. Focus is also different from other states, as it adds itself on top of the underlying state, instead of replacing it. We'll add a new StyleBoxFlat to the normal setting first. You'll notice that the theme editor preview window will automatically update to show the button's new normal state. It will probably look a dull gray. The StyleBoxFlat resource has options for setting the background color and an optional border color to the UI elements. It is versatile enough to create a basic custom style. Stylebox textures are good when working with sprite sheets, and we can cover those in a later video. Click on the StyleBoxFlat resource to edit its properties in the Node Inspector. Set a background color from your palette, then update the font color property to compare. You can preview how both look together in the theme editor. Instead of switching tabs in the theme editor, you can also edit all of the values directly in the Node Inspector with the theme resource selected. There are a few more properties to balance as well. Expand the border width and border option groups to be able to set the thickness and color of button borders. Corners can be rounded with the properties in the corner radius option group. The content margins option group allows for adding internal padding to the button content. In the Node Inspector, drag the StyleBoxFlat resource from the normal property into all of the others. This will create duplicate references to the same resource for the button states. To add variation, right-click and select Make Unique for all of the copies. Now, each StyleBoxFlat can be edited to the desired style for each button state. Update all of them to your liking and save the project. That concludes this intro to theming. Leave a like or comment if this was useful. Thanks.